Hey guys, my name is CHANGBANGTRAIN on Twitch, or Chang for short, and I am a variety streamer, but I mainly stream Apex Legends.
So why did you start playing Apex Legends?
So I grew up playing games. My first ever game was Minecraft, and then I grew up on that. Fortnite came out, and that was my first shooter game. And then Apex came out, and that was my first FPS game, and I've been addicted since it ever came out.
Would you say I know when we play video games, we start to not like the game we're playing if we're playing it for so long. Do you still have love for Apex Legends as you did when you first started, or is it kind of like a different feeling playing it now?
It's kind of a different feeling playing it now versus back then because originally when I started playing, I wasn't like any god tier gamer or anything. I
Yeah.
was just learning the game and just having fun on my own. I didn't meet any people playing Apex at all. I was just a solo gamer. And like even when Apex had their solo mode, I was just grinding that out. And now I feel like I've made a lot more connections through Twitch, and Apex has felt a lot more like a community game than just me playing solo.
Okay, so you would say you prefer playing Apex more with your homies in that nature than playing by yourself versus how you
Yeah,
started to now?
yeah. I before it was just like I would shun everybody and just play Apex, but now I'm just like I have to get my homies in here. I have to play with everyone, or else it's just not as fun anymore.
Honestly, video games are for the vibe, so you got to make sure you're playing with the homies, or else it's just not as fun. What's the point? Did you start streaming around the same time you started playing Apex, or when did you start streaming?
So a year after I got into Apex, COVID hit.
Hmm.
So I got a little bit bored just sitting in the house, and that's when I discovered Twitch. And so I started streaming a little bit from there, but my quality wasn't that great. I didn't know anybody. And then after that, I basically took a break. I said I'm done with video games for my senior year of high school and everything. And
Hmm.
then after that, I came back to Twitch, and that's where I actually found Snoopy and basically fell back in love with Twitch. And I've basically been here ever since.
Were you a streamer first, or did you become a mod first to people? Which one happened first?
Well, originally I was streaming first, and then I made connections, and then
Hmm.
I stopped, and then I came back and just watched and became a mod first before coming back to streaming like with a consistent schedule.
Currently, you said you have 41 people you mod for. Was it just
Yeah.
kind of through connections you kept adding on to the list of mods, people asking you, and they just knowing you as a mod for so and so, and they're like, "Oh, Chang's a really great mod. I want him as my mod." Is that kind of how it went for adding on to the
Um,
list?
So for the first few people, it took a long time for them to build trust with me and for me to build rapport with them in order for me to be a mod, because I think the mod position is like a title of like respect and mutual trust with
Hmm.
one another. And so when I tried to first mod for Snoopy, it took a long time. It wasn't overnight. It took
Hmm.
about maybe 3 months in order for me to like gain my way up to mod. And it's just like showing up to stream and being there for the streamer and like keep chatting. But after I built like this rapport for a little bit, I basically kind of had some people that were like looking for mods, and I've basically added to my list after that.
I'm pretty sure it was right after you started modding for Snoopy and Sarah. I was like, "Oh, he's a mod," and I was like, "All right, if my homies trust somebody to mod for them, and it's more than one I know, for the most part, it doesn't take much for me to add on a mod." For I
Hmm.
don't really use mods like that unless I either know them in real life or through just vetting them of all right, they're not gonna do anything sus or weird that I gotta worry about. So knowing
Yeah,
that really was oh yeah, nah. Me and you hit it off right away when I first met you, anyways, playing Apex and all that. So I was like, yeah,
yeah,
nah,
of
he'd be a
course.
hell of a mod. I'm happy. I have no
Yeah, and
complaints.
Snoopy bullied me from the get go, and you were my like first witness to everything there. I was getting bullied in her chat, and like she would ignore me for hours, and
Oh yeah,
then I was like, my boy Saucy got me. He's my witness.
let's never forget that Snoofy is the bully in this situation. She tries to pin it on us that me and you bully her, but it's really her bullying you. And I'm over here just trying to defend you, and she's trying to act like the victim over here, but it's really just us trying to be respected. And Snoofy's a mean person. She puts on this nice persona, but they don't see what we see behind closed doors about how she treats us.
Nah, no one sees it. It's just us on our own. We're trying to fight for our spot. We're trying to, earn that respect.
Yes. Every day I will fight to make sure that Snoofy respects you, because that's all we need out here. Snoofy needs to treat all of her mods the same. She's very disrespectful. Speaking of mods, who would you say is your favorite person to mod for? Like you think you have the most fun modding for?
Oh gosh, that is hard, especially considering that I have 41 mod spots. It's really hard to just choose one, but I'd say Sarah, Snoof, you, and just the tight knit community that I've built around myself from various people, and I mod for Sarah, Snoof, Shambo, Mummy, you, and whole bunch of other people. I just have so much respect for everyone. So everyone that I mod for is not I have a ranking system for them. It's more or less I have a huge I just basically have love for every single one of them and respect for every single one of them as well.
Okay, that's a great answer. That's a parent answer. But I'm here to start the drama.
Right.
I need the bragging rights between me, Snoofy, and Sarah. If you could only pick one of us to mod for, I need to know which one you're picking, so that way I can talk mess with whoever wins this battle. I need to know.
Nah, I can't disclose that information. I have no favorites.
No, I was about to say, even if you had picked, I know the beef that would have started in the chats for the next couple of weeks would have been atrocious off of that. I ain't even gonna do that. That'd be crazy. So since you play Apex on keyboard and mouse still, you're one of the last dying breeds of keyboard players on Apex, do you feel like it's been a lot harder to grind keyboard on Apex in a controller dominant game like Apex Legends?
I originally started on Xbox, so I know my way around the controller, and I know how strong aim assist is. And me still being on M&K is just a testament to how strong movement is in Apex as well. Because without the movement aspect, I probably still would be on controller 24/7. But since Apex has got movement, and now I'm trying to learn that movement on Apex, it's become more of a me learning more aspects of the game than me actually trying to snap with aim assist and everything.
Okay, that's the way I look at it. I look at it as controller is a lot of fun. It's very easy to get really good at, but I look at it's Timmy, Aishu doing all these ridiculous stuff, and I was I'd rather spend the time on playing video games to get better at mechanical skills to do shit like that versus just one clipping everybody on a controller. I'm not hating on controller players. I just think what they do is so beyond what I thought I could ever do on controller. That keyboard, it's always a grind to get better, so you got to keep pushing, and that's why I enjoy it just as much.
Yeah, and even controller players have that same type of movement, but the way that they play on the controller, my fingers can't move that way.
My thumbs be breaking, I swear.
Yeah, so M&K is probably just the best route for me to learn movement and just get better at the game that way.
So would you say when the debate comes down about keyboard versus aim assist, would you say aim assist is a clear-cut better option for most people in video games?
Yeah, 100%. I think aim assist is what draws people to the game itself, because there's games like COD or even Fortnite where they play on roller, and there's just a clear-cut difference if you're playing on roller versus M&K. And so I think if you have to choose between controller or M&K to start off with, controller is your best bet in learning games and getting everything down before you start switching inputs and actually learning some of the more niche things in the game.
I will agree with that, because I will say playing on controller from I want to say 7 to 22, I didn't realize how much like I appreciated playing a controller until like that first month of keyboard. Like I can't type like for shit. Like I'm not like a great typer. So learning keyboard, I was like looking down at all the buttons and all this, and I was like, I never understood how people were that great at it. Like my little brother on Fortnite on keyboard is ridiculous, and I was like, you know, I'm going back to roller. So I definitely do think roller's better, but it's just learning keyboard has just been so interesting. It's like, I don't want to say like picking up a piano, but it's kind of like just like learning a new trade you didn't think like you would be able to grasp. Is kind of how I look at it.
Yeah, I started off with Minecraft, and that was on my very old like not Xbox, MacBook, like pro, not pro, but like it was like this huge ass like box, and that was on M and K. So me transitioning to M and K wasn't as difficult as it may seem, because some of the controls like WASD are like similar,
Right.
but especially with learning like the movement aspects, with like changing my jump to my middle mouse button has been extremely difficult in some stages, like when learning it. So I just have, yeah, like what you said, I have respect for M and K players and controller players both.
Who are your top 3 like legends and Apex Legends like all time?
All time, so
Yes.
like in game, like the characters.
In game, like the characters. Like if you had to pick 3 legends to play for the rest of your Apex career, like which 3 you think you're going with?
So for fun, I would pick Ballistic, because his ultimate is just so fun to play with and to mess around with people. The auto reload, you get the third gun and everything. Ballistic's kit is super overpowered right now in the game. And so that's one legend that I would choose. The second would be Seer. Even though he's received massive nerfs, and I'm gonna get so much hate for saying Seer, because he's been like hated upon for what, centuries now. But I main Seer all the way up until I got Diamond for the first time on Apex. So Seer will always have like a special place in my heart just for that reason. And I mean, he can receive all the hate he wants, but I'll still play him at the end of the day. And then I guess the third, I would play Lifeline, just because she had so many good buffs to her when like it was like season 4, season 5, when she had the res shield and like all of that implemented. But nowadays she's getting nerfed, and I don't know. I still find love to play for her. I don't know. I just love playing Lifeline, and even her kit is just still super, you know, broken with like receiving shields and caring for people and healing. I mean, I play a lot of support in other games like Overwatch, so even just playing Lifeline is, you know, pretty special to me.
Okay. I will say I will never get over like I'll never get over hating Seer, but like every time like especially now, because I didn't know about the buff until I experienced it like 2 days ago or whatever. Whatever, I was like, oh god, I hate Seer with a passion. But then I'm like, I take like a breath and I'm like, all right, if Chang's playing Seer, we allow it. We like Chang, so we like Seer for that like little duration of Chang playing
For a
Seer.
little bit.
But as soon as if it's not you playing Seer, I'm like, ah, if I ever see that man in person, like I'm swinging on sight. Like Seer, sweet Seer and Caustic are like public enemy number 1 in my eyes of like Apex Legends.
I used to main Caustic, so like I know how toxic he can be at so many different times. Like especially when you camp a building with Caustic. That is probably my like worst. Like that's like scratching nails on a chalkboard type of stuff. Like I hate that kind of stuff.
Kings Canyon like caustic buildings terrify me, and just Seer on any map, I'm like I can't. I have like nightmares still from ranked from Kings Canyon. I'm just like I'm just waiting for like a gas trapper to get ulted on by a caustic, and then another caustic man push in, and I'm just like, what do? I guess I'm gonna go play Fortnite again. I guess that's it. We're done.
Caustic or Watson, like just camping, and now Catalyst as well. Like when she can just reinforce doors, those are like my public enemy number 1.
No, you're not.
There.
You're not wrong. Shout out to Lamek, because he makes like Watson look a lot of fun to play, and that's why I play her. But like when you just sit in a building and you really just use her abilities for that outside of ranked, I'm like, I don't get the point. But people will play the game how they want to play, so I'm not gonna bash anybody for it. I'll be a little upset when I die to a 3-man holding hands in a building doing that. But at the end of the day, it's just a video game we play for fun. That was free, so I can't really I can't really be mad. I can just be a little angry during the moment. But
I mean, you say it's free, but we all invest all of our like life savings into the game for heirlooms and like skins. And
I ain't gonna lie. If I could pull up my whole total of looking at it from console and PC, I'd look at that total, and I would.
If I look at that total,
I'd call the bank and be like, I got hacked. I swear to God, there's no 10,000. That's not me. I promise you, officer.
100,000 for an heirloom? What?
Me? No, never that. If all the Apex Legends were in front of you right now and you could fight one of them just based off beef you got with them because of how they play in the game, who would you pick?
Based off of beef in the game, man, like 1-on-1 boxing match, I'm gonna pick Cossack every single time.
Thank you.
I'm gonna fight that guy. Like, he can throw all the gas traps he wants on me. I'm gonna eat all the beans and prepare for this fight.
Now we ask the hard-hitting question that is dear to my soul. Do you believe that pineapple should be on pizza?
Oh boy. This is the hardest hitting question. Like, this is the biggest debate. And I know I'm building this up. I'm building this up for the suspense because I feel like I'm gonna get hated on for this response so much, and you already know what I'm about to say.
Don't say
you
it.
You already know what I'm about to say, man. Pineapples do belong on pizza.
No, they don't. It's just, it makes no sense. Like, I don't get it. No.
Sweet and savory. You can have barbecue sauce on a pizza, and that's sweet and savory. But you can't have pineapple on a pizza.
Yes, it's
like,
different.
Come on,
it's
man.
different. I don't know how to explain it. It's like different. I don't know how. Like, when you see like two different like blues that look the exact same almost, and you're like, no, I can tell a difference. That's how I explain. Like, when people say barbecue sauce or something else on pizza, it's just pineapples. They don't belong on pizza, and
how do you
fight on that.
Tomatoes on pizza? That's a fruit. That's like sweet, sour. It's got that sweetness to it.
It's not yellow. That's my point. It's just not yellow. Just it's just not yellow like pineapple. No.
Yellow representation right here.
No. It is not yellow like pineapple. I don't like pineapples like that.
Stop Asian hate. Come on.
No. I'm with that. Stop Asian hate. But pineapples on pizza makes zero sense to me. And I don't know who did. I know it started in Hawaii, I believe, is like when it like became like very like popularized, but I don't get it. I can't do it.
My dad grew up in Hawaii, so like, come on, man.
Nope.
You already know. I gotta.
Nope. I remember telling my chat, because I have my channel point set up for like pineapple on pizza. I told them the day they ever like hit that and they make me try it will probably be the last day I ever stream. Like, I'm gonna try it, and if I actually enjoy it, I probably will end my streaming career and just stop everything and become like a farmer.
How many channel points is it on your
It's 1 million.
Actually?
I made it so high that like I don't find it attainable until like
not
until like I'm nearing the end of like my streaming career, like in the near future. I mean, not near future, but like future of like a couple years.
Oh, it's 500,000.
Oh, it is half a million. Oh, I lied. But yeah, no. So that would take like 3-4 years of like grinding it and not spending any points. Like, you'd have to be dedicated. I think the highest someone has right now is like 70 off of like a year and a half. But they spend a couple points here and there. But still, that dedication to do that, I don't see it happening. And when it does happen, I'm gonna buy a whole pizza. I'm gonna get the recommended pizza of whatever anybody wants, of how they want it. I'll splurge on everything they want. Pineapple on pizza. I'll sit down and do it. But
I can't believe you've never tried it though.
Never tried it.
You're gonna die on that hill without trying it. Like,
I was in Hawaii a year ago to see my friend, and she had pineapple on pizza, and she was like, "Oh, you gotta try it." And I think I slapped the pizza out of her hand. I was like, nope, I'm good. I don't want it. I didn't actually slap it, but I just said, no, I don't want to try it. Because I'm not disrespectful, but I was like, I don't like pineapples on pizza.
It.
Nope.
It's disrespectful if you don't try it. And
I'm that 5-year-old growing up, like when you'd be like, oh, you got to try this. You got to try the food, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, nope, separate, love it. I don't know. Because if I put it together and I hate it, I won't want to eat either one anymore. And if I love it, I'm going to be mad I never tried it. But at that point, it's too late. I'm 24, so the damage is done. So I'm willing to go the rest of my life without trying it. I'm happy about that.
A dino nuggie and mac and cheese.
Yes, I can. 5-year-old. First off, no.
Like something like pizza with pineapples on it.
No. We're not going to disrespect dino nuggies and mac and cheese. Like, that isn't a fire combo to have. Like, we all haven't had that in college at a certain point of our life. Or like ramen. We're not disrespecting that. Yeah. No. We're not about to disrespect dino nuggets and mac and cheese.
That a 5-year-old would eat that over like pineapple on pizza. And like
I would,
you have to at least branch out to be not in the mind of a 5-year-old.
No. I branched out. I've had damn near everything else except that combination of food, and I'm okay with that. Nope. I stood on this hill to die on this hill, and I gotta stand on it.
Die on this hill over here on this side with pineapple on pizza.
The day I have to do it because someone redeems it, I will make sure that you are present to witness the history of me trying it. Because I'm telling you right now,
you're gonna fly the person out.
Oh, okay, I'm not that rich. Okay, that's wild. That's wild. They're gonna be like, oh, fly me first class, put me in a private jet. Matter of fact, that's wild. We'll do the FaceTime everything, so they see my live reaction on FaceTime, stream everything to make sure that I ate it. I'll eat the whole pizza. That's cap. I won't eat the whole pizza.
He's eating the whole pizza.
That's cap. Anyways,
he's eating the whole pizza.
We got on like a 20-minute rant about why, but if you could play in ALGS, like who would you want to play with? If you could take 2 people with you to play in LGS, like any 2 people in the world, you're just like, I want to pick this person up. No matter if they're on a team or not, you could kick that person from that team, like you're playing with me, or just grab anybody random. Who would you bring?
I heard this question from Snoopy's interview, and I was like, man, Snoop didn't pick anyone that she knew.
I'm
gonna take my boy Saucy with me.
Yes, sir.
That's first and foremost. We come in
last place for sure, but we're gonna have the most fun ever.
We ain't coming out in last place because I like you picked our last teammate for just the sake of chemistry. Like you could pick Asu, you could pick like anyone. It's Timmy, or like you could even pick someone like that we know, like Snoopy, and I'd be like, okay, this is my squad here.
No. I already got Chang. I don't need no more of my homies. I'm not Snoopy. We taking at least one, but we need
at least one game.
I'm taking the staple of Apex in total. I'm taking Imperial Hal because he's gonna yell at us so much that I feel like even if like we don't win like a single match, him yelling at us would be the most like entertainment between the 2 of us, just dumb humor wise. We're just like, oh my god, where are you? We're on the other side of the map, and he's just like, fucking idiots, and me and you are just dying laughing, crowd's loving it. That's what I think would be like the best mode of ALGS. There'd be like the MVP of winning the tournament, and then like the best like moment would just be us completely confused, just like not even playing the right game. We're playing like Fortnite at the moment or whatever. We're just like, I don't know what to do.
Gosh, I want a controller. What is happening?
So what time do we play? Is this still the warm up? Like what are we doing? Oh yeah, nah.
The hotel.
Nah, you're learning because what Snoopy did to the rest of us was foul. Because I didn't give her like a list. She just chose. Context. She threw all of us to the back of the bus. She was like, nope, I don't want none of y'all. I'm taking people that are. She really called all of us trash. At the end of the day, that's really all we heard is that we're trash.
Exactly.
That's how I took it. Because I remember after the interview, I think I played Apex for like 24 hours straight. I had to grind just to prove I was good at the game. I was like, wow.
I mean, I'm taking you. You know
I'm
me. Like,
interviewing you. You couldn't even think about me? That's wild, you know?
I got you. You remember the days when we played? I would always craft you the PK when he was in the crafter.
Facts.
I got you.
How many times have I revived you? How many times have I been there for you to help you, make you laugh, scare you?
Exactly.
Like, you're really disrespecting us?
You're really disrespecting us.
Especially Sarah, because Sarah would be out here defending Snoofy when we say she bullies us when she's the one doing it. But it's crazy. It's a wild world we live out here.
Sarah's gaslighting us into thinking that we're bullying.
Nah, she really is.
It's the other way around.
Nah, sometimes I'll get off stream and be like, dude, were we the ones messing with Snoofy? Yeah. And then I'm like, no. It's Sarah. Sarah's getting in our mind, making us think we're the problem when it's really Snoofy. Sometimes Sarah. But I'm not gonna say that out loud because I don't want Sarah to come for me because that's crazy.
I'm kind of sad that my interview is coming before Sarah's because I don't even hear what she's about to respond to this with. So like,
if I could just block her from viewing it, that'd be like perfect. So that way, like after the fact, she can know that we said these things, and then she can say whatever she wants from her chest without knowing any previous knowledge. But hopefully we'll get it done this weekend.
Post her interview first and then post ours.
Oh yeah, nah. I won't even say anything. We'll just be like, oh, we couldn't get around to it yet, and we'll post it right after. Literally like 2 hours after. What is the best advice you've ever heard in life?
In life. Let me look through my phone. I have a bunch of quotes. I have a whole bunch of quotes in my phone just saved up. But I think this came from my accounting professor last quarter, so like spring quarter of 2023. He told me that there was this guy that was like super boastful and like bragged about, oh, I know what I'm doing in this class. And my accounting professor was like, all right, in this class, it's my like job to like hone in and do at least better than that guy. And like he set a goal in his mind to basically do better than someone who's like, you know, kind of being prideful. And he kind of did his magic in the background. And he, at the end of the story, he basically said, guess who ended that class with a 4.0? And it was him. And so that's basically kind of resonated with me because my entire life, I've basically been doing background work for a bunch of people. In middle school, I did like the student body stuff, and like I would prepare events, and I would do like volunteering events. And then in high school, I worked on my school's yearbook staff alongside those other things. And like those positions don't go very noticed very often. And so when I came to Twitch and I started modding, I kind of felt at home in that regard. But at the same time, I feel like there should be more appreciation for those people in those positions because they just don't receive enough love. And like, I feel like if we can help each other and support each other in that regard, I feel like, you know, we'll be so much better off as a society and everything. And so mod solidarity.
That was such a, I was getting like teared up. It was making me all serious. Oh my god. Someone's gonna look at this and be like, why do they keep, oh my god. A lot of solidarity out here in this let's go. A lot of solidarity in this interview. We'd love to see it. If you could give anyone else like advice that like we haven't talked about, like what would you give them?
I would say that just to keep pushing with what you've got, because at the end of the day, your situation is not going to be the same as another person's situation. And so whatever is going on in your life, it will pass. And whether you're going through like a loss, you lost your best friend, or like you're even just having a bad day, like a bad hair day, like it will pass. And there's so much more to your life than you actually lead on. And so it's because we have tunnel vision as human beings. And it's a perfect example of this is like when there's a butterfly, it can't see its own true beauty. It can only see the world's beauty. And so we have to consider ourselves like butterflies. Like personally for me, like I hate my own voice when I hear it back in recordings, and a lot of other people are like that too. And so I think looking at ourselves as butterflies and looking at how beautiful the world is around us, we have to kind of take a step back and realize that we're just as beautiful as the rest of the world.
Damn, that shit was inspiring as fuck. I ain't gonna lie to you. When I was typing this shit up earlier and I was like, what's a good quote? All this, the only thing that came to my mind when I was like, what's a quote I would tell somebody? Fuck it, we ball. That was the one quote that was in my mind every time. Like, it kept popping up. I was like, man, if I was having a bad day and someone was like, can I get some advice?
Fuck it, we ball.
They was like, fuck it, we ball. I'd be like, you know what? Hell yeah, man. You goddamn right. And I'd be getting hyped, man. That was the one thing. But that shit got me fucking tear-eyed right now. If you could have gave your younger self advice, like from where you are now, like what would you have said to your younger self?
This is all about advice now, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, but it's like you, like, you know, like in the shows where like they like, oh, you see your younger self, and you were like, oh, stop being a fucking
like
idiot.
Me haunting down my younger self.
You just beat this shit out of your younger self. Stop being an idiot.
Yeah.
Invest in crypto. Fucking thing.
I think if I had to give advice to my younger self like 5-10 years ago, I'd probably say like not to focus on what you have in front of you, because there is a lot more to your life than what leads on. And so from what I've experienced in life so far, I feel like if I would have, you know, trigger warning, like ended that 5-10 years ago, it would have like just absolutely ruined my chances at meeting people and fulfilling the things that, you know, life, you know, life wouldn't be the same if I wasn't here in this spot where I am now. And so I'd tell my younger self that life is too important to focus on or fixate on one thing. So you should basically take life as it comes and basically kind of ride with the challenges and ride with the highs and lows and everything in between.
I know, 100%, especially in a dang age as of like now, where like, especially, I think since COVID hit, for especially like a lot more people became a lot more depressed and certain things like that. So it started to go down that way of like why do this, why do all this. But like, I don't remember, I think this was like 2 years ago, a girl won like the lottery in like Canada or whatever. She had been having like the worst 2 years of her life. She wanted to like why am I still here, blah blah blah. And she was like, okay, I hit 18, I'm gonna be gone or whatever. And she hit it like the day of her birthday or whatever. And it was like, if you disappear and you're gone, you can never come back. Like, you never would have known of what great things you can accomplish in life. Like, you could have been the guy, the little kid from Indiana Jones that won the award for Everything at Once. Like that, like he quit acting and got like a regular job, and now he's 56, 60 something. Like, he's an older man. Like, he started acting like 8 to 15, stopped, and like a normal job. He's like, I hate acting. Like, I hate how it makes me feel. Came back and he won an Emmy. I think it was an Emmy. But like, you never would have known that if you don't stick around in life. That's kind of how I've always looked at it. So like, whenever I ever had a bad day, bad week or whatever, I'm just like, fuck it, we ball is the first thing I think about for sure. That's like the first thing I think about. I was like, fuck it, we ball. But then I'm like, God damn it, I can win the lottery in like a month or two. And then like like everything I was mad about, like at the end of the day, did it really matter? Because I'm rich. Fuck it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you never know.
I mean, you don't become someone as rich as Jeff Bezos overnight unless you win the lottery and get lucky. Right. So like, hard work and dedication and just staying true to yourself is just like the 3 most important things in life.
Oh no, 100%. I just don't think everybody's like willing to do it, which I understand. Like, you're at that moment, you may not think it or see it, but someone close to you definitely sees the potential you have to be great, and they know you can be great, especially someone in your family or close-knit group. Like, it doesn't always say, that's why I always say like video games, streaming and all that have brought so many people close together that were more or less like didn't want to go out there and talk to people in like person, because like they hate social crowds, blah blah blah, all this stuff. But like, hanging out with people playing video games is some of the most calming things ever. It may not seem like it because you may be screaming like in a game like Apex Legends or something, but like your mental state or depression might have been like fucking shit, whatever, before you even like started playing video games, and now like you were at like an 8, now you're at like a 3 of getting back to normal, of going back to like that 0-1 of being like back to that normal state of things. So like you never know, and like there's always gonna be something in life that you'll find that will make you reset back to like your happy days, is what I say.
Yeah.
And which I think is really crucial, why I say people need to find hobbies outside of, you know, just like work and running, because I fucking hate running. People that run for fun,
I can't with people who run for fun. I would do that for basketball and football practice and wrestling practice and like every single sport. It's like, what's the point? I'm gonna run in the game. Just let me like go full on like I am in a game.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I'll never like fully bash someone's hobbies, but like people that just run for fun, like I run to like stay in shape, like yeah, but like people that wake up like on TikTok like I'm gonna go do a 30-mile run before work. I'm like what?
Yeah.
No, stop it.
Just do a quick marathon.
And they'd be like it was so easy, guys. You can do it too. I'm like, bitch, shut the fuck. No, I'm not doing this. No. And I'm like, I can run about 4 miles. The app and I'm like, throw my phone. No, I was like, no, I'm gonna go buy a whole pizza, eat it right here and now, because you made me. Oh no. Like I'll run 4 miles. I'll knock out 4 miles, 6 pushing it depending on the day because it get hot. But anything past that for fun, no.
At that point, they're just fat shaming.
You need to be paying. You need to be paying me to run, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. Pay me to run like a marathon?
Yeah, nah, that's crazy. Nah. If you could know your future now, like if your older self came to you in like a year or two and be like, "Hey, do you want to know something about the future about us?" Would you want to know, or would you be like, "Nah, I'm enjoying the ride"?
I would say no.
Okay.
Just because, for the simple fact that if I were to know something in the future, like not only would that break like some sort of like
the stereotypical line of
it's stereotypical like, oh my gosh, time traveling and everything, it's gonna do something, like there's a huge effect in the future. Not only like that concerns me, but like there's a bigger part to that where it's like the ride. I mean, it's not. There's the quote where like that comes into my mind. It's like it's not about the destination. It's about the journey. And my entire life has been a journey of unexpected twists and turns, and I've basically not known what I was going to do with my life for the longest time. And even just coming to Twitch was just a complete shock to me, because 2 years ago I would have said, "You're crazy. I'm never coming back to Twitch, and I'm not gaming. I'm like done gaming." And when I came back, it's just like a full 180. And so I would just love to experience just the ups and downs in life as they come, and not have to be like, all right, this day is coming and I'm dreading it because I know what's coming in the future. I'd rather live life to the fullest and be like, yeah, I'm taking every single moment that I have.
Hell yeah. That's the way I look at it. Because every time I think about like what I want to know, I think of like Cars movie when the theme song "Life is a Highway," when that I just think that I hear, and I was like, nah. It's like I just want to be cruising down. I want to experience it, because if I know, like, at one moment, like they'll be like, NBA call me, be like, "Hey, you gonna play?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah." I'm just like a multi-millionaire. Like I wouldn't want to know, because it just spoils like the fun and the journey of like grinding out whatever it is we'll end up doing. But I'm like, oh, I don't need to go to school anymore. Like screw that. But like, no, I'd rather. You're gonna make mistakes in life. I'd rather make the mistakes I'm gonna make than know like something's gonna happen and it's gonna be like really great or whatever, you know. That's kind of how I look at it.
Oh, I forgot what I was about to say. You'd said something I was going to build off of that, but I completely blanked. Like after I was like, yeah, and I was like, all right.
Write that shit down. That was crazy. Write that shit down.
Write that shit down.
I forgot. God, I just threw my glasses to Narnia. That scared me. I literally thought like someone flicked it off, and I was like, I got a little scared. The number one question that we know is gonna make somebody deny every claim. Do you think Snoofy lies and bullies you?
I wholeheartedly believe that she does.
That's the goddamn truth. And we're here just to spread the truth. Ain't no lies, ain't no made up stories. We just want to reiterate. That was the number one question. It literally is in caps. Do you think Snoofy bullies you? Do you think she lies? We got to make sure that everybody who watches this, because I know Snoofy's going to watch this, we got to make sure she knows that we feel disrespected in how she treats you. And she needs to start treating you respectably. That was bad grammar.
Time to get paid by Snoopy.
Yeah, no, she was when I asked Snoopy that question, do you think mods deserve to get paid? She was like, like I'd ever pay Chang. No, never. No.
She specifically mentioned my name.
No, she definitely
mentioned Sarah or like Mummy or Shambo or like anyone.
Chang would definitely take the money.
Chang would text
the disrespect.
Right, chill.
I know, right? Like I take it, but like chill. Like there's other people too. Yeah. Like I'm not the only one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Would you say currently in life, like, would you say you're happy in life?
Currently, I would say that yeah, I am happy in life. I would base that off the fact that a few years ago with COVID, I feel like everyone kind of fell into a depression and kind of felt the kind of same way about COVID and not going outside or interacting with people. And so Twitch has kind of brought me into this new community and has brought me new life with just everything and meeting new people like you, Snoof, Shambo, Sarah, everyone, Mummy. I could list like every single person off that I've met off the site that I just have so much love and respect for. And I just feel like this new chapter in my life has basically kept me fulfilled and has made me the most happy that I've been for a long time.
Oh yeah. I just want the record to state he said my name first before Snoofy and Sarah, so basically saying that I'm his favorite person to mod for. He didn't give an answer, but I'm just saying my name comes up first, so we gotta say that. Basically,
I
I'm the
didn't
winner.
say that. I didn't say that.
You don't gotta say nothing.
You can start the beef. I'm not a part of it.
You don't gotta say nothing. It's all right. We know here. That's all that matters. We know it's up here.
Okay.